So, Bryce, while I got you on the microphone, is there anything you're looking forward to this weekend here at RPM or the whole season here at RPM season?
Man, just looking forward to a great 2020 season. I told KR and everybody I'm just looking forward to this Parker Lee project, the Battle Royal event. I've seen this thing promoted from Oklahoma. I'd watch it on Facebook and just see that come across, and I'm interested to see this thing in person, how it plays out. I told somebody, I said, a lot of times I go through the race season, 80 to 100 races a year, and it's always just kind of strictly business. And this weekend it feels like it's just for great fun and, of course, a great cause as well. So just looking forward to the overall event as we fire them loose.
Our first race is out on the track. It looks like the advantage is going to be the 5 of Lance Hansen, our number 1 seed, as the green flag is out.
So Lance Hansen takes him down into turns a 1 and 2, a green-white checkered shootout here on the opening round as we got trouble over in turn number 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to wrap up this win. It looks like the win's going to go to the 5H of Lance Hansen. The next seed would be the top seed on the other side, would be the 2 seed, Walter Hamilton, and the 15 seed of Jason Gamez. They get started off of 2.
Or the 1W of Hamilton caught the tire down to the inside at turn number 4. He'll lose the advantage down into turns 1 and 2. He caught one of those Uke tires right at the bottom, and Gamez was able to take the lead down the back straightaway.
And Gamez is going to dive to the bottom side. He's going to get that lead, just continue that lead out of 3 and 4 with one more time around the RPM Speedway.
Door to door down into turns 1 and 2. Going to be a shootout to the finish between the 1W of Hamilton and Gamez in that 22 as they'll go side by side to the checkered.
It's going to be a drag race to the line out of 4. The checkered flag waving, the winner, the 1W, Walter Hamilton. That was one awesome race between those two, and they'll be competing tomorrow night for the 5th annual SmackDown.
A nice recovery there out of Hamilton. He clipped a Uke tire right at the start of that one down in turn number 4, but he was able to rally back as we roll out the next set of cars.
The 8 versus 9 seed, Chris Davis versus Kyle Blanton. The 89 of the 98 of Chris Davis, our track champion.
This should be a good one. Dead even door to door down into turns 3 and 4. Davis to the inside. Blanton up top. They're still side by side down the front straightaway. Door to door, a dead heat down into turns 1 and 2.
It's going to be a good race to the finish right here between these two drivers. Advantage, Kyle Blanton, as he goes to turn number 3. Fighting back on the low line is going to be the 98 of Chris Davis.
Side by side coming around to the white flag. One more lap to go. Blanton, but not by much at the line. They'll be side by side down into turns 1 and 2.
They're still neck to neck out of turn number 2. It's going to be a drag race down to turn number 3. A little advantage to Davis. Drag race out of 4.
And at the line.
The 98 of Chris Davis, your winner. Up next to 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. And the 62 of Dustin Choate. The 7 versus 10.
Williams with a slight advantage down the back straightaway over Choate as they'll race down into turns 3 and 4, come around to the white flag. One more lap to go. 151 of Williams out in front.
Tommy Williams Jr. Also another 2.5 chassis. That's the same chassis that the 98 of Chris Davis is running. Taking the win, the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. He'll advance to the next round. He'll take on the 1W, Walter Hamilton. Bryce, I'll let you call this one.
This should be a good one. Justin Whitehead going to be on the inside and Bubba Jones to the outside. Making their way to the DFW area from the same neck of the woods to shoot it out here in round number 1. Whitehead on the inside, Bubba Jones on the outside. This one should be good.
It's real good. And I bet you if either one of them had a choice, they didn't want to draw each other first round.
Whitehead going to edge out to the early advantage over Bubba Jones as they'll race down the front straightaway. Bubba Jones going to slide up to the outside of turns 1 and 2. Try to pull alongside the 36 down the back straightaway. He'll show his nose up to the outside. Whitehead trying to shut the door side by side down into turns 3 and 4.
Whitehead still working that low line. We're coming to the white flag right here. It's still advantage Whitehead. But he gets a little love tap on the rear by the 21 of Bubba Jones.
Bubba Jones with a look up to the outside, not able to get enough momentum wound up just yet underneath that 21. Here we come to the checkers off of turn number 4. Justin Whitehead hangs on over Bubba Jones here in round 1.
And they're saying the 98 of Chris Davis has broke. And we have the 3 seed of 17 of Tommy Davis Jr. and JT Garland out on the track.
Davis down the inside, Garland up top. Garland with the momentum around turn number 2 to edge ahead of Davis down the back straightaway. So Garland with the advantage down into turns 3 and 4. Davis stays committed to the bottom, side by side, white flag in the air.
This is a good battle. One of the most competitive battle so far between the 17 of Davis and the 15 of Garland.
Down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming to the checkers in this one. Davis to the inside, Garland up top. This is going to be close. Coming down to the checkers.
Your winner, the 17 of Tommy Davis Jr. Sorry about that, Bryce.
No, you're good. You're good. We've had a couple of close calls right there at the checkered, and Davis will get that one by a bumper at the line.
This will be a 5 versus 12. Jeff Hauser and Dylan Moss. Both of these drivers frequent Kennedale Speedway Park, so I get to watch these two drivers battle it out on Saturday nights quite often. Jeff Hauser, he's not somebody to take very lightly.
Hauser, the 81, he'll roll off at turn number 4. Your leader over Moss down the front straightaway. See if Moss can get that high line rolling. Now he'll follow right in the wheel tracks of the 81 down the back straightaway. Hauser, your leader, down into turns 3 and 4.
Unless Hauser makes a mistake, he's going to have to. Moss has a lot of catching up to do in the closing lap. But right now it's all Hauser as he heads down to the back straightaway.
We'll work the final set of turns in this one into 3 and out of turn number 4, the 81 of Hauser. He'll move on into round number 2 over Dylan Moss. So Jeff Hauser picking up the opening round win there over Dylan Moss.
Our last opening round. Round 1, the 10 of Nate Dixon and the 197 of Gary Fitch. Gary, the 197, looked like he had some transmission issues earlier at Hot Lap, so he looked like he has them fixed now. We'll see what he does here. As we're green, we're going racing.
Dixon and Fitch here in the final opening round race. It'll be Dixon at the line as he leads him around to the green flag. Nate Dixon, Gary Fitch side by side off of turn number 2. Dixon will have the advantage down the back straightaway. They'll take the white flag this time around off of turn 4.
One more time around for the 10 car, and Nate Dixon, let's see if the 197 of Gary Finch can make a good run in this final lap.
Dixon with about a 2-car length advantage over Gary Fitch into the final set of turns, and this one off of turn number 4, your final round 1 winner, the 10 of Nate Dixon. So Nate Dixon moves on, the final winner in round number 1 as we roll out round number 2.
Round 2 will be your top seed, the 5'8", Lance Hansen, and the 4, Kyle Blanton. It looks like they got the 98 fixed, so it's going to be the 98 versus the 5'8", Lance Hansen.
So Lance Hansen and Chris Davis here in round number 2, the first
race of round 2. This is going to be a good one right here.
Not used to talking about brackets. I was trying to think of quarterfinal. That was the word I was searching for there, Aaron.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I only do the bracket racing when it comes time for the King of the Ring, and this is only my second time to announce one.
Lance Hansen out in front here, your first quarterfinal event, as Chris Davis follows right in his wheel tracks. Again, they thought Davis had some mechanical issues. He was able to get that patch back up out here for round number 2 as he'll follow again right in the wheel tracks of Lance Hansen as they'll take the white flag off of turn 4.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of catching up to do right here in this closing lap. Let's see if the 98 can reel in the 5'8" of Lance Hansen as they go down the back straightaway headed to turn number 3.
Hansen, your 1 seed coming into the event here in round at number 2. He'll roll into 3 and out of turn number 4 to win this one. Lance Hansen Jr. picks up the win.
Your top seed is Holden Strong. He only needs one more race and he'll advance to the finals. This was going to be another tough one. The 1W Walter Hamilton and the 151 Tommy Williams Jr.
Looking for a good side-by-side start off of turn number 2. Hamilton and Williams. They'll be door-to-door as we'll fire them up here in our second quarterfinal event of King of the Ring. Green flag out, and here we go.
They're side-by-side in 3 and 4. Both of them get on the gas out of 4 down the front straightaway, heading to turn number 1. Side-by-side into 1. Williams on the outside. Hamilton on the low line. Advantage Hamilton.
Hamilton with the advantage. Tommy Williams Jr. knocking on the back door, though. He'll cross down to the inside. They'll make a little contact off of turn number 4. Walter Hamilton, he will shake him off as those two got together down in turn number 4. It'll create about a 2 to 3 car length advantage for the 1W as we'll work the final lap here in round number 2.
It looks like the 1W Walter Hamilton, he's going to cruise on in to the next round with this win. Here goes the 36J of Justin Whitehead and the 81 of Jeff Hauser. Winner of this will go to the next round to face. Looks like there's problems with the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr.
Williams pointing out some debris down in turn number 1. They will retrieve that, and then we will get Justin Whitehead and Jeff Hauser going here in round at number 2. So Davis and Dixon ready to duke it out here in the last quarterfinal event. Again, whoever wins this one will move on to face Walter Hamilton in the final 4. Looking for a good side-by-side start coming off of turn number 2.
This ain't like the NCAA men's basketball tournament. There was no 2-15 upset or anything like that. So
no, fell right in line with the seating here. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Nope.
Yeah, no start. And judges up here didn't like it.
Wasn't just a no start. It was a no start, no start, no start, no start. Just relaying the message from Kevin Sester in case any of you fans aren't listening along on the receiver. So
sometimes that's a good thing, not listening to him on the receiver as a fan, not the drivers.
KR unofficially hired me a few minutes ago, and Sester will be firing me within the next few rounds of racing. So it'll be short-lived here at RPM Speedway. Nate Dixon going to edge ahead of Tommy Davis Jr. as we turn him loose. Dixon with the advantage down into turns 1 and 2. We'll see what Davis can do as we'll get set to see the white flag next time off of turn 4.
You go into turn number 3, a good run by Dixon with a little push where he's going to close the gap down the front straightaway. It's still going to be Dixon, your leader into turn number 1. Let's see what Davis can do down the back straightaway. Oh, he's going to just give it up. Your winner is going to be the 10 of Nate Dixon.
So Nate Dixon gets that one, and we're down to 4. Lance Hansen will roll out on the inside. Justin Whitehead to his outside. We got a great semifinal shaping up here. This should be good.
1 versus 4. You know, it ain't 1 versus 2, but hey, on this side of the bracket, 1 versus 4, this is the way it's meant to be.
How about the accuracy of the fans this season?
You fans got it right. Congratulations, you fans.
Here we go, side by side through turns 3 and 4. Justin Whitehead going to edge ahead here as they take the green flag. So Whitehead will edge ahead of your top seed. Lance Hansen down into turns 1 and 2. Whitehead, your leader down the back straightaway.
Hansen ducking low. He's going to see if he can get underneath Whitehead into 3 and 4. Poke that nose, but he's not going to be able to. 1 lap to go this time by.
Hansen hard down to the bottom of turns 1 and 2, not able to pull the trigger though, and Whitehead will put a gap between them, but we'll see what happens here in the final set of turns.
You can hear one of them out there working that throttle real hard, and I think it's the 5H of Lance Hansen. He's trying to do anything he can to get back up there to catch that 36J.
Whitehead hanging on there, but like you said, Hansen was cracking the whip in the closing stages of that one, and Justin Whitehead will be the first driver to punch a ticket into the final dance. Here we go for your next semifinal.
Who will it be? Will it be the 1W Walter Hamilton or the 10 of Nate Dixon? And green, they're going.
Hamilton to the inside, Dixon up top. Dixon will edge ahead off of turn number 4. Hamilton stays right to his inside. Now he'll tuck back in behind the 10. Down into turns 1 and 2. Dixon with the advantage, and Hamilton with a look, though, off of turn number 2.
Dixon has his car set up right now, but he left the door open for the 1W. Walter Hamilton make a little bit of contact into 3 and 4, but advantage Dixon as we're coming to the white flag one more time.
We'll see how bad he wants it here in the final stage of this one. Hamilton applying heavy pressure to the 10 of Dixon. Dixon gets about a 2-car length advantage down the back straightaway, coming to the checkered flag off of turn 4.
Will it be an Earnhardt with Terry Labonte? Will he rattle his cage, or will it be a clean one? It's going to be the 10 of Nate Dixon taking the win. So the finals have been set up. The 10 of Nate Dixon and the 36 of Justin Whitehead.
So you were mentioning we had a little NCAA basketball bracketology. Now we've got a little bit of football coming into play. We're going to have a coin toss on the front straightaway. The winner of that will get the choice of line. So we will relay the information.
Justin Whitehead will make the call. He is the 4th seed.
So I got to ask, is this coin perhaps the heads is Kevin Rogers' face and the back says KR Promotions? Is there a specialty coin for tonight's coin toss?
That coin ain't big enough.
The coin ain't big enough for KR's head, no. Yeah.
It'd be one of them Dirt Defender wheel covers.
Justin Whitehead winning the toss. He will elect to go to the inside. So Justin Whitehead will fire from the inside. The number 4 seed, the 6 seed, the 10 of Nate Dixon will line up to his outside in your finale of the King of the Ring, presented by Southwest Wrestling Entertainment.
And we want to give a special shout out. Thank you to Byline Surveying LLC and Southwest Wrestling Entertainment for putting up to $500 tonight for this King of the Ring.
Here we go. Finale at King of the Ring. Whitehead and Dixon. Whitehead to the inside, Dixon up top. Whitehead trying to power up along the bottom. They're side by side coming to the green.
Dixon got in that throttle hard out of 1. He's going to throttle it hard into 1 and 2 with a good run out of 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. Let's get the crowd going.
8's better than 4 door to door, and I believe the 36 of Whitehead may have cut a tire down after all that contact he did. Boy, we were going to have an absolute barn burner coming in that one, but Whitehead gets a flat. And you'll hear some cheers off of turn number 4. Nate Dixon will win King of the Ring.
Nate Dixon is going home $500 richer tonight. And Justin Whitehead's going home, what if?
Nate Dixon.
Get out of the car.
Sand and gravel victory lane.
But anytime you're in town and you want to make a stop here at RPM Speedway, you're more than welcome to come in and pick up a mic and join us.
I certainly appreciate it, sir. Again, congratulations, Nate Dixon, their winner of King of the Ring. Only bad thing about winning King of the Ring, you got to stand by Kevin in victory lane. So
I don't mind it for $500.
That's right, yeah.